can't talk specifically on recruiting, but you guys have done extremely well here, especially as of late. How are you able to accomplish that when you don't even really have a full staff in place for next year yet?
Work and have a plan and talk. I mean, recruiting is about relationships and listening. I mean, you know, everybody wants to say how much you talk, but listen. What do people want? What do they, you know, how do you do it, and how can you help them get there? People in recruiting, I mean, I hate to say it to me. How can I help you go where you want to go? Where are we going? Try to lay out the plan of what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, where you see us going, and I told them how they fit in, and they tell me what they want back and where they want to go and what they want to do. And we try to work it out to where it's at. And some guys, it doesn't. You say, listen, you may have to wait a little bit, but you got a great opportunity early. You never promise them anything. Promise them opportunity. That's the thing you do. And again, like I say, we got a great place to sell. Our staff does a good job. I think we have good people on our staff. I think we have a lot of good guys that are fun to be around, and I think that the relationships, they've done a good job getting relationships, and then we have a good product to sell, and where they fit into what we're trying to do.
How tough did that become, especially near the end? Because, I mean, the guys you have going out there are guys you trust and guys you know and you believe are among the best at what they do, but there's still the whispers from, you know, you're going to deal with negative recruiting, you're going to deal with folks just kind of looking at the TV, looking at the papers. How do you still get the message out and succeed in the face of that?
Your accent speaks so loud I can't hear what you're saying. Show them. Show them work ethic and what you're doing and how diligent you are, how persistent you are, and the way you pursue them, the way you talk to them, and you do it on a consistent basis, day in and day out, and you don't change. Because you believe in what you do and how you're doing it. And it's just like our players. And like I tell them, we'll show you how much we want you, by how we go at you, how hard we go at you, and the consistency in which we do. And ask people that we've recruited before, that have played for us before, do we do what we say? Because like I say, research us, you know what I mean? And you let them do it. And be persistent on what you do. And believe in what you do, and you got a great place, and which I believe we do.
You surprised to see Nick and Will in the big game?
No. Like I say, I mean, they're two great defensive football teams, and then you know, that's funny how that always works out when you get to the end. You say it all. I'm an offensive guy. I say it all the time. I mean, but you look at the end when it gets to when all the marbles are on the line. It's always those guys that can play great defense that always seem to be playing right there.
When do you hope to have your full staff in place?
I'm sorry?
When do you hope to have your full staff in place?
Hopefully by the time the first of the year comes around. You know, when we get back to that, when we get back after the bowl game and be able to hit it running, and hopefully we should be done by then. Hopefully during this time on the holidays we can finalize things. I'm hoping.
A few weeks ago when Coach Bowden's future was uncertain, what was that like for you, just sort of being in limbo with everybody else?
It's not limbo. Because like I told everybody, Coach Bowden, when he comes back, I'm the offensive coordinator, and I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. That's why I was hired, that's what we were going to do. And so I didn't worry about it. And as crazy as that sounds, I mean, because I'm the offense, and if I was fine with that. We knew it, we made the contract and everything else, so that's what I was going to do. And when it changed, then you had to get your feet right and get a couple of days to get your bearings and move on.
Have you, I know Coach Bowden's still the head coach and you're still the coordinator, but have you addressed the team as future head coach? Or
when I become the head coach, I will do that. I'm not the head football coach and have no intention of doing it.
What about recruits? It's different now.
No, with recruiting, they know with the new recruits coming in because I will be their head coach,
right?
And they know that, and that's how we pursue it when we're calling and talking.
Does that help now?
I think it does. It does for them as far as least and what they're saying when we're getting just because of clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, people were saying in the background, well, he's never going to be the head coach. Well, they ain't never. You know what I mean? They always try to. But that's the name of the game. You have to counteract those things. That's not a big factor. But for them, as far as some of it has given them some clarity in what they're going to do.
Jimbo, talk about the staff that's remaining that will coach in the bowl game, but then won't be here. Who are they and what are they?
They're the coaches at Florida State right now that we've had, and they're still the position coaches, the coordinator. I mean, everything that's going to be there, and they're Florida State, and have great respect for them, who they are and what they are, and you know, we wish them nothing but the best. And like I say, unfortunately, it's just part of the business that you have to make decisions, and that unfortunately with leadership. But it's been very good. Everything's been very professional. We've worked very hard. We still talk. We still smile at each other. Went to the Christmas party yesterday at Coach Bowden's house. Had dinner together. I mean, but people who are in this business understand that sometimes that, I mean, unfortunately, that's part of it.
He expects you to keep coaching him, and that was something that he was really, really happy about. Can you talk to him a little bit more about what his...
No, we didn't really hit that yet. I'm just wondering about his rehab. Make sure his rehab. But we had discussed it in the past, and he'd asked, and I'd always said that. I was communicating him. I was still going to coach him. you know, and I still want to do that. One time we'll see as things go on and you go, but right now, that's what I'm continuing doing, that's what I'm going to do.
Jimbo's been said that ball practice is almost the start of the next season, so you kind of split it up between the game and what you want kids to be working on for the future. How important is this period for the kids right now?
It's huge, like we told them today. You have to come, don't come with the idea, oh, I just got to get through another practice to get to the ball game. No, this is a spring practice. You have 15, you got 14 here. I mean, it's a whole nother spring, and you're as senior. Use it for your development to get better, so when you go to the combine or go to a workout or whatever you have, you're getting better and working on your techniques and hands and all the things you got to do. And you young guy, you get 15 extra practices. You know, I mean, each year. So who you want to be when you walk out of here, you have to look at it as a developmental time, not just a game time. You know, and it's extra time for me to continue to get better. You know, and don't wait till you're senior to say I'm gonna practice hard. You know what I mean? And that's what I just had that conversation with him after. Develop yourself. Get better. Get better at some aspect of your game every day. Treat it like a spring practice as you're getting ready for a game.
Coach, you've always had two defensive coordinators here, or two defensive line coaches, as long as I can remember. Would you look to change that and have one, or would you keep going with probably the same?
As we hire different staff members, that could change or not, but there could very easily still be two guys up front. There could very easily still be two guys up front, depending, because Mark does coach the back end. You know, if you hired a different coordinator who didn't, and he likes coaching all four. He likes coaching all four guys. And so you may hire a GA or somebody there, and how you do the linebackers, and so you could possibly hire another front guy. Working through it.
Did Rick talk too much about his opportunity of interviewing Marshall? And how did that go? I mean,
I'll let him speak about it. I mean, that's up to him. But he was excited about it. It was a good opportunity. I mean, it was a good job, and they won in the past. And you know, that was getting back in West Virginia, from some guys. And like I say, I'm not totally. I guess I don't think they named anybody yet or not, but you know, I'll let him handle it.
It's not a circumstance where he's looking for a job.
No. I mean, to be a head football coach, anytime you ever try to get, I mean, he loves it here. But I mean, anytime I mean, that's to be a head football coach at a Division I institution. I mean, you know, you can't. I would never stand in any way of progressing and trying to move on and better the career. Just like our assistants here, I encourage. I mean, I hope we hire guys that people want. I want to hire guys that people want. I mean, because that means we're being successful. And just because people look at change, oh my God, somebody's leaving. Well, okay, but that means you've probably done pretty well. Somebody's using him to progress and go, and so you can get. Why can't you get another good guy? And sometimes change is good because it still stimulates new ideas and what's going on out there in the world, and different. And it always brings in a little new blood of how things are changing and how somebody else does something that may give you another edge. Because you got to continue to change in this business. Because if you sit and keep doing things the way you've always done them, somebody's always passing you up. And that stimulus of new ideas is good. All right?
All right, guys.
Thanks.